Hey guys, Morten Ostad here. Welcome to my channel. This is my entry into MGK Boston, Mike's push for 1 trillion subscribers contest. Suddenly reminded me of something, yeah, a billion and a trillion is not the same in my language as in English, is it? Because after a million, we have the word milliard, and then we go up to billiard, and then we go up to trilliard, if I remember correctly. Anyway, I'm wandering off apparently here. So Mike and Patty just did a video, just like they did last year, where they announced this contest, and I am going to see if I can answer all the questions. Now, I was very fortunate and privileged to enter last year's contest, which I won. And I just thought I would show once again what I got for the prize money, which was Amazon gift card for Amazon Germany, which is helpful for me because at the time I was staying in my other homeland of Denmark. Now I'm up here in Oslo. It kind of, why am I explaining that? I don't know. Maybe I'll edit it. Anyway, the record that I got for my prize, kind of felt like first time I ever won anything, was this Pixies at the BBC, which I think was released somewhere around the end of 2023 on vinyl. I had it previously on and still have it on CD. So a great record then, and a great memory of having entered, and feel like I have a little piece of being one of those vinyl community people who are, in a place silly far away from all those core sort of Canadians and the other ones, and of course the Brits seems to be one. But us up here in Scandinavia, we're not that many as far as I've been able to tell so far anyway. So I sort of got my little cheat thing here. There are 10 questions. I think there was a bonus thing if you could include someone in your video. I can't do that. And was there one other thing that I forget? Well, if you're one of the people who win, who are in the sort of the general vicinity of Buffalo, there might be a one of Patty's cheesecakes, legendary. I hear told from people who know what they're talking about, I'm sure. So, number 1, vacation. Where do you like to go? If you haven't been there, where would you like to go? So I haven't really been traveling a lot last few years. Some health problems and some other things, and I've never been a very keen flyer. I tend to think that things will go wrong so much ahead of time that I kind of ruin things as far as that and other things go. Some of my favorite destinations that I've been to and experiences have been, of course, traveling across the Atlantic, going to South Africa to see my friend there a few times. Of course, I loved going to Australia, even though, that wasn't the nicest of experience for me personally. But, going home to my home in Denmark has always been my vacation destination in a way. And maybe that's been a little bit limiting. But there's one place of course, I would love to have gone to Canada once. I've never been to Canada. I've been very close by, but no, I always wanted to go to New Zealand and go to a place called Karakara, which is a small village, not that far from Auckland, I think, where they have some wonderful landscape and beach, and long sandy beach with these fantastic let's call them Lord of the Rings type cliffs. And this is, if I remember, there's a song and also the location where Neil Finn had a studio or rented a studio. I don't remember now, but they recorded Together Alone there, one of the most beautiful albums of all time. So I would have loved to have gone to Karakara in New Zealand. Number 2, name a solo artist everyone seems to love, but you can't stand. Sort of the question. One of the questions that is the reason I'm doing this today and not 2 days ago. But I don't know if a lot of people don't seem to be that keen on him. I've never really been personally that keen on his music as a solo artist, and his main band also took a while before they sort of gelled with me. Actually, I started listening to that band after he had left, but it's Roger Waters, and for various personal reasons and opinions that I won't go into here, I'm not a fan of Mr. Roger Waters. Again, like I said in a previous video, I don't really let people's political views and so on color my view of them as a musician. But I haven't I bought some of his solo stuff because of, you feel like you have to in lieu of Pink Floyd. But no, I don't like that gentleman and his solo music. Name a band that everyone seems to love but you can't stand. I couldn't really come up with anything per se. There are some bands that I couldn't stand earlier, and there are some bands that have taken me a long time to get into, and now I really like them, like Talking Heads, for example. But Brian mentioned a band that I have fallen out of love with, and now it just... when I listen to them now, I just feel like I'm getting annoyed, and it's Bon Jovi. So I'm stealing Brian's there. Show a jazz album. Okie dokie. This is the latest one I got. Got it for Record Store Day, and being here in Norway gives me a chance to show something slightly related to Norway. So this is Bill Evans in Norway, and I listened to this quite a few times, and it's absolutely wonderful. And Bill Evans has sort of become lately that I sort of feel I need music to calm my thoughts and everything. And Bill Evans have very much been... I put it on very low levels of volume at nighttime, and it's sort of become my night light type music. Show a country and western album. Now, I am not very... I don't always know the definition of that, but gets me a chance to show this one. Oh, hang on. So this is Michael Nesmith, known of course from the Monkees. Bought this many years ago, and after this he released 2 more albums with the the First National Band, and they're sort of in the same style, the covers and everything. So I was very happy a couple of years ago. I think I managed to complete these 3, and it's a wonderful album. Calico Girlfriend, Little Red Rider, Joanne. Yeah, that's the songs that I can sort of remember here and now. Who is your favorite sports team or athlete of all time? I don't have any favorite Canadian teams, but I very briefly did. And that leads me into my favorite, sports person of all time, which was Peter Forsberg, the hockey player from Sweden, who I watched. I didn't watch him win the gold medal. I watched one of the earlier matches in when Sweden won the Olympic gold here in Norway in 1994, and I decided he's going to be my favorite. Whatever team he ends up with is going to be my favorite team. So that's why. And he joined the Quebec Nordics and played for them for 1 season before they moved. And for another, I can mention a team. Is this one Stoke? That's the team that has been my favorite. In Norway, as Scandinavia in a way, you're obliged to choose a English football team to your favorite, unless if you don't do that, there's something terribly wrong with you. I never been a really football fan as such, but very, very early on I chose Stoke, and it's kind of served me well, because when people are sort of in bars and stuff, or a little sort of aggressively asking you, "Oh, what's your favorite football team?" and you say Stoke, every single person always react, "Oh, Stoke, yeah, that's really nice. Yeah, yeah, of course they don't do that well, but historic team, and yeah, Potters, yeah, great choice." so that's sort of helped me. Share a concert memory. Oh my god. When I was 11, my brother and my sister bought me tickets to see the Rolling Stones, my favorite band of all time, in Ullevi Stadion in Gothenburg. This was back in 1982. And my mother, who I don't have fond memories of, for various other reasons as well, she sabotaged it. Said, "No, he's too young," and she would not let them take me. And my brother and sister were 15 and 16 years older than me, so they were adults. But no. And then she called up my best friend's mother and convinced her to not let her son go as well, because he was going with his older sister. So, but then for the Steel Wheels tour, or Urban Jungle, which it was called here in Europe, I did get to see them. So I guess that's felt a bit like I was redeeming. I saw them at Valle Hovin here in Norway, a stadium that doesn't exist anymore. And that was also the last chance of seeing them with Bill Wyman, so that was kind of cool. I've seen them a couple of times since, and I have some other fond concert memories, but I suppose that's the one that sticks. Shout out to a newer vinyl community channel. I haven't really. I sort of picked up some new channels lately, but they've. I think some of them have been around longer than my channel, but I don't know exactly how old that channel is, but I don't think it's that old. So I'm going to shout out to Vinyl Shawn. He has a lovely channel, and that I watched from time to time, and I urge you to go there and check out Vinyl Shawn's channel. Number 9, show an album by a Canadian artist. Now, I had some ideas of what I was going to show on vinyl. Some of them I might have shown not that long ago. And then I remembered, this is not my favorite album by this band, but I remember probably somewhere around my pre-teens, I was looking through one of these inlay cards in a vinyl album I bought, and they had pictures of other albums being sold by the record company. And this album cover kind of intrigued me, and it was many years before I bought this record on. This is going to be a CD, and I still there's something intriguing. The band's, was it their second album? I remember my brother had, and it had a flying owl on it, and I saw that when I was very little, and it kind of scared me, I remember. But this is Rush, and this is Power Windows. Yeah, that album cover has always intrigued me for some reason. There's something about it, yeah. I don't know what, but that's my Canadian entry, Mike. And finally, show an album that was released the year you were born. Normally, I would probably show that one, but I've done that quite a lot. That was Sticky Fingers, by the way. I'm just going to show this wonderful album once again. I probably showed it several times already, but Paul McCartney, one of my favorite artists of all time, my favorite Beatle. I was toying with the idea of showing John Lennon earlier for a previous question, but now that'll get me in trouble. But no, but seriously, guys, Ram is just such a remarkable album, and I remember the first time I heard it, I didn't know that much about it, but I remember my dad had bought me Tug of War, and I really liked that. And then, I said, "Can I have some more Paul McCartney?" And we got Paul McCartney's debut album, and I didn't understand it, to be honest. I think maybe I was too young or whatever. That was an odd thing. So, but not long after I got this one, and it just floored me, and it still does to this day. Anyway, all the best to Mike and Patty and Colton, and I wish you all the trillions of subscribers. Of course I do, and all your endeavors up there. Well, from here it's kind of down there and to the side in your new home and everything. So that was me making a not very well rehearsed entry into MGK Boston's contest. To all others entering, and check out Vinyl Shawn, and all the best of luck and all that stuff, guys. Hope and pray for lots of more rain over the night, because I need all this terrible snow that fell on Oslo last night and this morning to wash away before the minus degrees sets in. Bye, guys.